Hi there. Okay, so here we are. We're going to make some pancakes and some crepes. Some people call them crepes, kind of like a tomato thing. But I want to show you what you can do with smoothies, especially because you probably bought a ton of these at our last sale. And when cold weather comes, a lot of times we don't like to make smoothies, but I'm going to show you about pancakes and crepes. All right? So these are the things that you're going to need. I'm using the vanilla smoothie mix. You're going to need some egg whites. I get them already like this. You don't have to get them like this, but it's much easier. Then you want to cut up all the fruits that you're going to use and put them all in front of you so you're ready to go. Strawberries would have been great, but I forgot to get strawberries, so we're going to use what I have in front of me. So we're going to start off with the mix. So you're going to put the mix in your pan. We're going to add 3/4 of a cup of egg whites. So make sure that you use a glass container, a glass measuring cup, and not one of those that are not glass because it measures differently, okay? So here's the 3/4 of a cup of egg whites. Then I'm going to add about 1/8 of a cup of water. Actually, I put a little bit less than 1/8 of a cup of water because you want to have some fluid. You want them to be fluid and thin. Then you're going to mix them. Takes just a couple of seconds to mix them. All right, and then after I mix them, I'm going to put them in the pan over here and make some crepes for you. Okay, so here we are. We're going to make the crepes, and it's really a lot easier if you have a ladle, one of these small ladles, but you don't have to have a ladle, sorry. You can always put it in your measuring cup, and it's really simple with the measuring cup. And remember that these are, like pancakes, how, the first pancake is never the best. It's the same type of a thing. All right, so I'm going to make one just to start. So let it cook. You notice it's not a perfect circle, which will be fine because we can always cover it up. Let it cooking, and we're waiting for the bubbles to come up. Gee, maybe the first one's not going to work. Always have to wait until the second one's ready. Okay, let me peek underneath. Peek underneath. Okay, it looks like it needs to cook just a tad more, and you can see the bubbles starting at the top, which is what I wanted. Okay. Let me just take a look underneath this one. Okay, yes. All right. So now I am going to flip it. Remember what I said, the first one's always tricky. I don't know why that is, but it is. Okay, there we go, it's moving. Flip it. Very good. Like I said, it could be rounder, which we'll catch on the next one. That cooks a couple of minutes on each side. It's almost done. Just a couple more seconds. And once you start making these, they really roll through really quickly. And if you have one of those long griddles, even better because you can make 2 or 3 at a time. All right, so here we go. Here's my first one. I'm going to put that right over there, and I'm going to make another one. Maybe I can get 2 of them in there. Well, I don't think so. I think I'm only going to be able to get that one. All right, cooking that a little bit longer. The nice thing about these is you can fill them with like I said, all kinds of fruits. Today we're going to use blueberries, nectarines, peaches, and sliced bananas. And I'm also going to use a little powdered sugar on top. Maybe I'll use a little caramel, fat-free caramel sauce as well, which will be delicious. All right, getting ready to turn this one. There we go. There we go. That one's better, even though it kind of splashed, because remember, I can always tuck all of these in. I'll tuck them in right now. Pretend that never happened. There we go. There's one more. Ooh, I love the way that one looks. And remember, if you don't add the water, they'll be thicker, and then you can have pancakes out of them. All right, so now I'm just going to take a couple of them and go ahead and make the crepes for you. Okay, so now we're going to assemble the crepes with the ones that I've made. So you're going to take one, do the pretty side on the outside, lay it flat, and then we're going to start layering the fruits. Remember, it's whatever fruits that you want to use, and this happened to be what I had. So here's some nectarines as well. The bananas, there's some nectarines. I think I'll throw a bunch of blueberries just because I love blueberries. Put those all in. Sometimes you have to round them all up because they like to move around. And then this is actually a combination of a nectarine and a peach. I forget what they call them, but they're delicious. So we'll put that in there in the middle. Then what you want to do is roll them up and try to get them as beautiful as you can. Put them on your plate. Tuck those little loose pieces of fruit in. There we go. Then we're going to add some more fruit on top. Love the fruit. Here we go. Excellent. A few bananas because I have them. You got to work quickly with the bananas and some of the fruit because they do kind of oxidize. So be careful. Here's some more blueberries again because I love them. Ooh, I don't like the way that one looks, so I'll get another. Sometimes they get mashed up in these packages. They're not as pretty. There. Some of the nectarines can go up on top as well. Ooh, there we go. Got that going. Don't let them fall. There we go. And then I like to get a little bit of powdered sugar and just kind of sprinkle it up on top. Okay. Ooh, does that not look delicious? And if you were making that as a dessert, then you might want to consider adding a little bit, either some caramel. I use the fat-free caramel sauce. Just run it back and forth. You don't need a whole lot, just a little bit. And there you have a wonderful breakfast, whether it was a brunch or even a dessert. And if you wanted to, you could also add some Cool Whip, which is what I'm going to do in a couple of minutes, to the next one. Okay, so I want to add a little bit of Cool Whip at the end. So here's some Cool Whip, and I'm using the light one. Just a little bit on top because it looks terrific. Doesn't that look terrific? And if you wanted to, you could even add a little tiny blueberry up on top. How cute is that? Okay, so now we get to try it. This is the best part. All right, so you want to make sure you have a little bit of everything. So I'm going to get a little bit of the Cool Whip, and I'm going to cut right into that little baby and make sure I have a bite of everything. Oops, don't let it get the best of you. There we go. I'm going to get that blueberry. There it is. There's my bite. You know what it tastes like? It kind of reminds me of strawberry shortcake. It is really, really good. You've got to give this a try. I get to finish it too. So, if you go to the website, our Facebook page, you'll be able to see all the nutritional information on this, and I think you're going to be really shocked about the nutritional. It's fabulous. Take care.